Since independence in 1947, India's journey of economic development has been deeply influenced by its foreign exchange policy. The book, Bharat, The Development Dilemma, by CA Anil K. Jain, critically examines how restrictive and poorly designed foreign exchange management policies have constrained India's economic growth for decades. This film presents an analytical overview of that journey, from the fixed-rate era to the age of rupee internationalization. In the early years after independence, India pegged the rupee to the British pound under the Bretton Woods system. In 1947, $1 equaled just Rs 330. The exchange rate was not market-driven but administratively fixed, reflecting India's socialist economic philosophy. Foreign exchange was tightly controlled, and every dollar allocation was dictated by government policy. The collapse of the Bretton Woods system in 1971, followed by global oil shocks, forced India to adjust. The rupee was devalued periodically, yet capital flows remained restricted. Chronic foreign exchange shortages became a recurring national crisis. The 1991 balance of payments crisis marked a turning point. India devalued the rupee, sought IMF assistance, and initiated sweeping liberalization. In 1994, the rupee became convertible on the current account, integrating India with the global economy for the first time. As India opened its economy, capital inflows grew. The Reserve Bank of India adopted a managed float system, intervening only to prevent sharp volatility. Derivatives and hedging instruments were introduced, but the rupee remained under long-term depreciation pressure. In the 2010s and the 2020s, India built record-high foreign exchange reserves and began steps toward rupee internationalization. Initiatives such as Rupee Vostro accounts, cross-border INR lending, and trade invoicing in rupees reflected a new strategic direction. Despite reforms, the rupee has steadily weakened, from Rs 3.3 per dollar in 1947 to nearly Rs 88.8 in 2025. The causes are structural: higher inflation than the US, chronic trade deficits, fiscal imbalances, and persistent import dependence. The limited global use of the rupee also keeps demand subdued. The Reserve Bank of India manages a delicate balance, preventing sharp volatility without fixing the rate, but its reactive interventions, limited hedging culture, and structural economic constraints reduce long-term effectiveness. With reserves crossing USD 700 billion, the RBI still faces the dilemma of how and when to intervene. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has introduced the production-linked incentive schemes, promoted Atmanirbhar Bharat, and simplified FDI norms. The 2025 rupee internationalization drive allows INR-denominated trade settlements and cross-border lending, positioning India for a stronger global role. For the rupee to gain true international respect, India must sustain macroeconomic stability, deepen financial markets, and diversify exports. Fiscal discipline, transparency, and consistent policy execution are essential. The journey of India's foreign exchange policy reflects not just economic management, but the story of a nation striving for global financial confidence. As CA Anil K. Jain writes, currency strength is not declared, it is earned through discipline, stability, and global trust. The rupee's journey continues toward resilience, respect, and recognition.